Hello, it's Jamie, Anker Ambassador. Today we're going to show you a 10 kilowatt hour battery installation with a 6 kilowatt power module. It's the step-by-step guide picking up from the unboxing. I'm going to introduce you to Dan and introduce you to Nat. These two today are going to be taking over and talking you through the installation process.
So this is a floor-mounted stackable system. If you require a wall-mounted bracket, then that comes separately. You need to get that from your suppliers. If you need off-grid, then that requires a 4G dongle, which can also be ordered separately. Everything else comes as standard in the box.
And when planning your project, just remember to keep in mind you need a 300mm gap between the wall and the batteries and any future systems.
So we've just put a spirit level on the base just to get it nice and straight. If it's not quite level, there are some washers included in the kit. These go underneath the base and you can use them to level it up. I find that they actually fit quite well underneath the rubber feet. You can pop one under there and then push it back in and it will still hold. That is actually perfect.
So for this system we're installing 15mm from off the wall, but it can be installed between 15 and 70 depending on your project.
Right, now that we have our base in position on the floor, it's time to get our very useful fixing template out. With the method 1, 15mm from the wall, so we fold the base into these two raised bits. That goes up there, and then you have your holes in the top that you can mark. I might just mark all of them, and just because
yeah, just gonna get it level then, can't you?
Now we've marked the holes for the first 5 kilowatt hour battery. So the next step is to position the template like so, using these markers with your original pencil marks and pushing it flat against the wall, and then you mark the next holes, which will be for the additional batteries. And you keep going up like that depending on how many batteries you've got, and also for the inverter which sits at the top. The next step is to drill your fixing holes. 12 years I've had this drill, hard use, and it's getting its first touch of fame today.
Yeah.
So next step is to start screwing the brackets to the wall. So we'll keep checking the level as we go along. Just keep repeating this process until we've got all 3 brackets on the wall.
Should we pop a level up the side, or?
No, that's not necessary because we've already marked the holes with the template, so everything should already be level.
Awesome.
Oops.
Bing bang bong.
Cut.
And we all like to try and clean as we go so we can get down the pub quicker. Yeah, now we've installed the brackets, easy as 1, 2, 3. Now onto the fun part and installing the batteries.
It's worth remembering at this stage, these batteries are 51 kilograms each, so it is recommended that it's to lift with 2 people.
Just drop it straight on. Nice.
Battery on the base. We do up these little clips on the side which attach it to the base. There's one on either side. The battery is attached to the base. It's time to lift it onto the bracket, and you'll see us stack it up in no time at all, ready for our first tea break. So ready to lift the next battery on?
Yep.
These little hooks just go into the slots on the bracket. They are quite forgiving, these brackets. They do allow for a small amount of adjustment just to get it nice and straight. Okay, so again, we just to continue to fix the clips just to hold each battery together. Leave your dust caps on as you're doing this, just to prevent the connectors from being damaged. And these can just go in. We'll do these as we add each battery, so there's not too much weight if you need to make any small adjustments. We've got our 10 kilowatt hours of batteries mounted onto the bracket. So next will be the power module. This is a little bit lighter than the battery, so it can be lifted on your own. We're going to lift it with both of us, just as I've got an extra pair of hands.
now all the batteries and the power module stacked together, we'll just get our last clip on now.
Okay, so the battery's all built, put together now. We just give it a little move there, and you can see if there's a little wobble remaining, then we use this shim which comes in the kit, and it just goes inside the bracket here and just pushes down, and it just prevents that wobble. And it also makes a really good tea stirrer, so I think we're going to go for our cup of tea now.
On for a cup of tea.